didn't go crazy, but I did stretch and I walked and I did cardio. So I still got the body moving and get the brain
Mm-hmm.
moving. And I'm here. And now it's okay. Like you can have a marginally good day or you can have a fantastic day where you do really big stuff. And so you got to choose, do you want to do really big things? And I think we also need to do things that make us uncomfortable. So if that's reaching out to somebody that's got a big podcast and you want to get on their podcast, or if you want to put a big event on, like I'm starting to do more and more of these events.
Yeah,
I had over 500 RSVPs. Granted, only a percentage of them showed up, but usually
sure.
my events only get 100 to 200 people. So I more than doubled how many people RSVP'd. So
Very nice.
that is a focus point because I know the more people that come into my ecosystem through my
Sure.
webinars and through my classes that I offer, that
Yep,
my business will grow, right? So that's
totally.
something where you'd spend 4 hours optimizing in a day, that part of your business. Yesterday, I spent time uh, systematizing things, and we spent time with my virtual assistant, Jeff, and we did a detailed SOP on
Mm-hmm.
when new leads come in, so we don't miss when new leads come in to buy a franchise or for SBA financing, to make
Yes.
sure that they're getting hit with every email, that they're doing what we ask them to do. Because I can't possibly do all this time, but I'm leveraging by creating really good systems, right? So that's
Makes
where you
sense.
need to focus your time to really get those optimizations in place.
So true, Bo. It all boils down to effectively using time, automations, and then prioritizing. Sometimes we just spend 80% of our time to get 20% of the result in a day. We need to be working on those things, 20% even, which give us 80% result. And now, do we understand what those activities are? Do we understand what we need to do with our teams and delegations and everything so that we can accomplish moving the needle is big thing and making sure that we are in motion to grow the business. Otherwise, it will go down. It's usually it's not straight, it's not flat most of the time. It's either going down or going up incrementally. A lot of us, they go through life. We all do. I do too. Some days are bad days. They are. And but you can change them. You cannot change the bad days. And the thing is, if we take care of control of our mood and our direction and our thinking, hey, what's going wrong? How can I get out of that mode? And so it's good to
Yeah,
be
well, you're
vulnerable. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, we're all human, and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bigger you go, the bigger problems can arise.
totally, totally.
And so being
Yeah,
able to deal with problems, and also there's a lot of things that are out of control, like out of our control per se, like what the
yeah.
economy does, or if there's a pandemic, if there's COVID, or
Hmm.
what's going on with the presidencies, right? Like all you know is that,
Yes,
look, there will be problems. You can resolve problems over time if you don't bury your head in the sand, and that's the key
yes.
component. But each day, how do you improve? And you improve by spending that time on focused activities and not spending time on garbage time. Like me, sometimes I might trick myself and say, "Oh, I worked 12 hours today." If I really looked at it, was I surfing the internet? One of my problems is that I have the entrepreneur mindset, so I'm always exploring business opportunities to get into.
Hmm.
But that's a distraction, right? If I'm too focused on trying to do all these other ventures and I'm not focused on that activity. So if you're like me and you really enjoy looking into different businesses to get into, you then calendar like an hour or two per week